Yo, what's up, Swag? You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Keon Lord, aka KL Swag. Back here with a video, man. Look, man, we better rap to Sher Sanders now faces a new problem. Hey, man, let's get into it, bro. Let's see what Matt Be Great is talking about. Let's get into it, man.
What we're here to talk about is, unfortunately, Sher Sanders now faces a new problem.
Let's see what he's talking about. New problem is
I'll do
crazy.
some make some calls.
Because you on the team now, bro, so now I just ask you. I just ask the quarterback of the team.
I'll make some calls.
W, brother? You're out there now, you can just easily just call him back and tell him, you know, I should just give my brother, too.
Let's do this.
I know you wouldn't do me like that, would you? And not call him for me.
No, I would not. I'll do everything I can.
Good brother.
This dude, Sher Sanders. I know we started out this video unless...
That is crazy as hell. Bro, I understand if he's like a top 5 pick or something, top 3 pick, and he got picked the first round. Even though I feel like Shedeur is going to start for the Cleveland Browns, and I'm definitely going to get a Cleveland Browns jersey that says Sanders on it. At the end of the day, he still got to prove himself. He can't do that.
Randomly ever. If he don't make it in the NFL, I hope he does. Wish him the best of luck. But if he doesn't, he's got a streaming career waiting for him. All he's got to do is pursue it. I don't care what anybody says. And I rarely say this about anybody because to get me to laugh, it has to be something funny. I'm not entertained very easily. But Shiloh is one of the funniest people out there. I wanted to show you that video clip at the beginning of the video because I thought it was funny.
He's actually not. Just a lot of people know him. But wait till they see me. Y'all motherfuckers gonna be, oh, Swag is funny.
Completely unrelated to what we're about to get into and what we're about to talk about. As we all know, over this most recent
But he is funny, though.
weekend, Sher Sanders got drafted finally in the 5th round by the Cleveland Browns with the 144th overall pick. Clap it up.
Damn, man, Be Great. It sound like you putting that white shit all in a girl right now. The way you clapping it sound like you were hitting it from the back.
I'm happy for him and congratulations yet again. Him falling as far as he did is easily the craziest things I've ever seen since I've been keeping up with the draft as a kid. And it's not crazy because it's Coach Prime's son falling in the draft. It's crazy because he was expected, worst case scenario, to go in the late 2nd round, early 3rd round. Even people that weren't fans of Sher Sanders, and this is going to tell you how insane it was, they were shocked he fell to the 5th round. I want y'all to understand that. Even the naysayers, the haters and critics were like, wait a minute, what's going on? Why did he fall to the 5th round? And they can sit here all they want and say, nah, man, you tripping, man. I knew he was going to fall that far, but you know they're lying. This was the unforeseen, nobody thought it was going to happen. But guess what? It did happen. It's reality. The Browns picked him up in the 5th round. I think it's a great pick. Although their overall draft itself wasn't too great, it was really confusing. I'm talking about the Browns. The pick in itself, great. Why is it great, you may ask? Great question, my friend. Other answers. You're getting a good bang for your buck. You're getting what I viewed as a late 1st round, early 2nd round caliber player, quarterback, in the 5th round. You're not going to be paying this guy anything. There is zero risk in getting Sher Sanders in the 5th round whatsoever because if he doesn't pan out, guess what? Who cares? It was a 5th rounder. So you can't fault the Browns too much for getting him. But here's where you can fault the Browns. They already got a quarterback before Sher Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, and they got not one but 2 running backs, and Quinshon Judkins and what's the other guy? Dylan Sampson for Tennessee. What are the Brownies doing? Don't know. Didn't know a couple days ago, and I still don't know. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you how terrible of a franchise.
I mean, it's just like we had Drake May, and then after that we had Joe Milton. So it was picking which quarterback, and Drake May won the Drake May, he won. He won the competition out of QBs. Now Dylan Gabriel, you never know. He could beat out Shedeur. But the way Shedeur plays as a pro style quarterback, throwing in the pocket and stuff like that, I see Shedeur winning that battle out and starting. But at the same time, where did Deshaun Watson go? Is Deshaun Watson playing? I don't know. Like is it Deshaun Watson, then Dylan Gabriel, then Shedeur Sanders? Like, what's going on with Deshaun Watson? So yeah, man, I'm probably gonna check that on my phone, but yeah, let's keep it going.
The Browns are, we know this, it's common knowledge by this point. What we're here to talk about is, unfortunately, Sher Sanders now faces a new problem. We talked a little bit about this the other day, and I'm going to piggyback off of it. The downside of getting selected in the later rounds, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, or going undrafted, is not just about the money, and I can't harp on that enough. Money is one of the most important things in this life. People that say otherwise, they're straight up lying, and it's code mechanism. So important. It's a great tool to have. And the one thing we talk about when a certain player or individual falls in the draft, what do we bring up? Oh man, he just cost himself or he just lost a bunch of money. The same conversation we was having with Quinn Yurus, the quarterback from Texas. I'm sure some of y'all saw this. If Quinn Yurus would have stayed in college football and transferred elsewhere, he would have made $7-8 million. That was according to the reports. You know how much Quinn Yurus is going to make with the Miami Dolphins this year? $0.8 million. Let me say that again. If he would have stayed in college, according to reports, he would have made up to $8 million. By heading into the NFL, he's going to make $0.8 million. In our terms, $800K. Big difference from $8 million doubloons to $800K doubloons. That is unequivocally the big downside of falling in the draft. You're losing a bunch of money. But the other big downside to this that's right under losing a bunch of money is what's going to happen to Sher Sanders. And actually, now that I think about it, it does go hand in hand with money. You'll see what I'm talking about, not just in just a second, but right now, we're getting straight into it. What I'm saying about Shedeur in this video can be applied to all the players that were selected after the 4th round, and same thing for Quinn Yurus. When you get selected in the 5th round with the 144th overall pick, that team doesn't value you too much. You are not important. I'm not going to sit here and say they view you as pond scum. It's a little above that, but you're not the 1st rounder who all the fans are excited about. You're not the 2nd rounder who maybe the head coach is excited about. You're not even the 3rd rounder that the entire staff may be excited about. You're sort of forgotten. It's kind of like, yeah, I guess we got this guy in the 5th round. Hopefully it works out, but we're not going to put too much into him. The sad part about a 5th rounder is they don't even expect you to work out. They're just hoping and praying you do. Whereas with a 3rd rounder, 2nd rounder, and 1st rounder, they are expecting you to work out. Big difference. When they expect something out of you, they're going to give you some more chances. The problem that Shedeur is about to run into outside of the quarterback room, which we're about to get into in just a second, his chances are limited. Let me ask you a question. If you go to a burger joint and you order some $30 burger, I think we can all agree that is insane. That is extremely expensive for a burger. You take a bite out of it, you're like, all right, man, this thing's $30. You take a bite out of it, the first bite you take, it's awful. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to be like, no, it can't be that bad. You're going to try to give it the benefit of the doubt. You may put some mustard on it, ketchup. You're going to give it more than one opportunity and chance, right? I'm asking you, let me know. If you order a $30 burger, which is really expensive, would you not give it more than one chance? And even though your opinion on it's probably not going to change, you're going to bite into it at least 2 or 3 more times because you spent $30 on it. If you're anything like me, you hate wasting food. Or here's the other example. If you go to a burger joint and you order a $3 burger, you bite into it once, you're like, oh man, this is awful. Are you really going to care to bite into it a 2nd or 3rd time? No, because you're going to say, I hate wasting food, but it was only $3. What can I expect? That's what happens in the NFL with these high draft picks versus the lower draft picks. Greatest analogy I can give you. You draft a quarterback in the top 10, you're going to let him go out there, lose 15 games in a row, let him throw a bunch of interceptions before you write him off. Whereas a 6th round pick, how many opportunities is a quarterback in the 6th or 7th round going to get? Maybe 2, 3 games at max to prove themselves. You see what I'm saying? That is what Sher Sanders is up against. He's not going to have all these opportunities like an Anthony Richardson or a Trevor Lawrence or guys like that. And here's what's even worse about Shedeur's situation. It's not even like he's immediately going to be worst case scenario QB3 for the Browns. No. Have you seen their quarterback room? Deshaun Watson, Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco. How's he still playing? He's old as dirt. I dig.
That is crazy as hell. I did not know that. I did not know they have Deshaun Watson, Kenny Pickett, Joe That's crazy.
Chris. Dylan Gabriel, remember, Gabriel got selected higher than Shedeur Sanders. So obviously,
So Shedeur Sanders has to do a lot of work, bro. You already got Deshaun Watson. He's out of his prime, but we don't know. He could come back snapping. You know, Kenny Pickett, which is crazy. Joe Flacco, he's going to be a veteran. You know, a veteran and stuff like that. But this is insane, bro. That's a lot of QBs. And on Madden, a lot of people are going to want to take out Deshaun Watson and put in Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel. That's just how it's going to be on Madden. You're going to see a lot of people play with the Browns and use Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel. And a lot of people going to play with the Jacksonville Jaguars because of Travis Hunter. And a lot of people going to play with Tennessee because of Cam Ward. And that duo with him and his wide receiver from Miami, which is going to be insane. I really, really hope that Xavier Restrepo and Cam Ward can go crazy in the NFL like they did in college.
he's going to be ahead of Shedeur Sanders on the depth chart. They feel like the Browns, Gabriel's already better than them. As it stands right now, Shedeur Sanders is QB5. I'm going to keep it a 4-9 V-Buck with you. Kenny Pickett is hot trash. I was saying that heading into what draft, I can't remember what class he was in. I tried telling people he was doo-doo cheeks. The only reason people ranted and raved about him is because he did a fake slide when he was playing for...
Literally, you do one viral thing at a big-time school, yeah.
Oh, why am I drawing a blank? What school did he play for in college? Oh, yeah, Pittsburgh. I don't know I was drawing a blank. Anyways, like I was saying, I don't know why he got drafted as high as he did. It happened. Kenny Pickett, not very good. I'd take Shedeur over him right now. But since he has been in the league and he's already on the team, you have to assume he's going to be ahead of Shedeur Sanders. That's just how it works. Me personally, I'm way higher on Shedeur Sanders than Dylan Gabriel, but that's just me. Obviously, the Browns are not. So, best case scenario, Shedeur Sanders is QB4, worse, QB5, which means it's going to be hard for him to even be on this roster. Unless I'm highly mistaken, Deshaun Watson will probably not be playing to start the season because I think he's still recovering from that injury. Watson's got way too many injury problems. Then you got the seasoned vet, Flacco. Then there's Gabriel, the rookie, and Kenny Pickett.
They're going to probably start Flacco first, though.
If you've been watching the channel for the past couple of years, not weeks, but years, you would know this. I'm higher on Sher Sanders than most. Love everything about his game, but the most important thing about his game that I love is his accuracy. And those are the quarterbacks that tend to do better than the NFL. So as where it stands right now, assuming Watson's hurt, I would say QB1 just due to experience, and you don't want Sher Sanders starting week 1. Joe Flacco. QB2, I'm putting Sanders there, and QB3 is going to be between Gabriel and Pickett for me, and I'd go with Gabriel. I hate to say it, it's the cold hard truth. Kenny Pickett's just not good. But here's where things sound really bad if you're a Shedeur fan and you're rooting for him to succeed. Everything I just told you is my opinion, which doesn't matter. So with that being said, here's what I think is going to happen. Shedeur Sanders, he's not going to be blackballed or anything like that, but he's not going to be given the same opportunity that Gabriel, Flacco, and even Kenny Pickett are going to get. And it has everything to do with him being a 5th-round pick. You can like it, you can hate it, it's reality. This has nothing to do with skin color. If you're one of these people that are trying to still pull that card and you're one of these woke people, get out of here. It's not the channel for you. We talk about sports. You want to talk about all that other crap, go somewhere else. Stupidest thing ever. Oh, Sher Sanders fell in the draft because he's black. Buddy, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you know a black quarterback went number 1, right? Has nothing to do with it. Get out of here with that crap. Anyways, getting back on track, here's where I'm going at with all this. Shedeur Sanders, if I give you my best educated guess, he's not going to get a legit shot at winning the starting job. The Browns will say, oh yeah, we view everybody equally, we're going to give him a shot, but they're not going to. Cleveland, Ohio is where quarterbacks' careers come to die. I think the Grim Reaper lives there. One of the worst things that could have happened to Shedeur Sanders was getting drafted by the Cleveland Browns. You know who he got drafted by? The Cleveland Browns. This is not going to go over well, and it's not going to go over smooth. I'm telling you right now. Buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. It's going to be an entertaining one, an exciting one we're going to talk about a lot on the channel. But it's not going to be pretty, I can tell you that much. There's going to be a lot of drama involved. I guarantee you, Dion, he's not going to be happy, and the entire Sanders family, they're not going to be happy. The next best thing that can happen for Shedeur is he either gets traded or he just gets out of Cleveland somehow, some way. He's got to get out of there. He's got to. I'm excited, though. I can't wait to see how long this unfolds. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts.
That's crazy, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. To keep it real, we're gonna end the video like this. Sher Sanders has a lot of work to do. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay swagged up.